Grenada's a good looking guy. I like his facial structure very much. And again, with the deep set eyes, I feel like he would be doing like a workout tape, like a workout VHS tape, like from the 90s. You'd pop in and you like it zooms out, like it zooms in on his face and he's like, "Are you ready for the burn?" And then it zooms out and you see like this green thing around his neck, like it's actually like a full body leotard. And you can see a little something, down, and he's wearing like high top sneakers with like, we're not going to go as far as leg warmers, but it's a possibility. And he's just like, "Work it out, girl." And it's like, okay, oh my God, I'm trying. That's what I see with this guy. Hello, and welcome back to Are You Serious? Well, the henna video is coming. I'm putting the finishing touches on it. Thank you so much for your patience if you are still interested. Had some stuff come up in life, but hey, I figured we'd do like a fun video in the meantime. This is AI generated most handsome man in every country. So let me first get out of the way that I am going to be making commentary with my own personal opinions. If you are from a country that's listed that I'm not attracted to, please don't take offense. Okay, it's not your picture up on the video. If your man is from this country and I kind of make fun of him, I'm not making fun of your man. These are AI, artificial intelligence created images based on text that was entered for desirable qualities in a male in each of these countries. Okay, so this is just for fun. Okay, my own personal opinions. And of course, I want to hear your personal opinions. What are your top 5? If you're into men, like if you're into men, what are your top 5 that you think are most handsome? All right, we're getting started with that. We're going A through Z. Afghanistan. Now, for Afghanistan, I don't find him attractive because he looks young to me. That's my first impression. Okay, Albania. Yeah, I don't know. Albania, I'm not attracted to him. I don't know. I think it's hard to pinpoint exactly, right? I think it's kind of the face shape in a way. He looks like he has a small build, maybe. Algeria. So Algeria, I am attracted to this man. Maybe it's the North Africa thing. I don't know. He has now you can see the AI, like his irises are oval, I mean, this is artificially intelligence created. These aren't actual people. So I like that he looks kind of sensitive. Like he's like, "Hey baby, what's wrong? Is everything okay?" Right? Like he cares a little bit. And I like that he does have some lines on his forehead. Like, he's lived a little bit. Usually that's a sign of something specific. If you know about body language, we're definitely not going to get into that on this video. But I like it. I like him. Oh my gosh, Andorra. Now I just previewed, I went up to like C and then I'm like, okay, I need to share this video. I had to look up where Andorra is. I didn't know. It's between, I think, France and Spain, like near the Pyrenees Mountains. And the only thing I know about that is Pyrenees mountain dogs. So, and they're pretty cute. But this guy, I don't know. He kind of looks like a jerk to me. He looks like he could hurt me, and I'm not into it. I'm not. Sorry, Andorra. Angola to me, right? Like, obviously, the skin tone is absolutely beautiful, but I feel like his forehead is like it takes up a large proportion of his face. And I mean, we are about proportions too, right? Like subconsciously, we're not even really aware of it. But they say like a bigger forehead means a bigger brain, and a bigger brain, more smarts. Antigua and Barbuda. In general, I would like his look, but the soulless look in his eyes makes me think that maybe there's not a lot going on in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't sense any warmth from him. Argentina. Argentina, not into it. No. Even with the lines in the forehead, still not into it. Even with the concerned look, still not into it. Huh. Interesting, huh? Like, what is it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't find him attractive at all. Armenia. Armenia is a good looking guy. I found that, and I've only gone on to C so far. I found that a lot of the AI generated images are men with like longish hair. Like no one really has a buzz cut, like at all. Like they all kind of have like this longish hair. I don't know what it is really. I like the beard. I like that it's like it's pretty close to the face. He's even got a little bit under on the neck. Because he's too busy. He's an important guy. He's got stuff going on. He doesn't have time to like shave his neck, you know? I mean, really. Plus he's got to spend more time on his hair. Clearly, he's got some product in there. But yeah, I like the eyebrows, strong eyebrows. I like the nose. I don't really know why, but yeah, I like his lip. I like it. I like his lips. I like everything. Okay. Okay. Australia. Oh, this looks like a teen heartthrob from like those what were they called? Those teen magazines that you used to get. And like you could like back in the 80s, the 1980s. I'm sure a lot of you were right along there with me. And like Teen Beat, things like that, where you could like you'd buy the magazine and they would have like posters inside that you could take out and hang on your walls. This is what this guy looks like to me, like a Teen Beat superstar. Yeah. And then in the summer, his hair lightens and he's like surfer blonde. Yeah. Like I know that this is a conventionally attractive man, but I'm not attracted to him. Austria. This looks like that actor. Is it Ralph Fiennes, I think? Yeah, I am not. No. I feel like the pointed chin, the cheekbones, to me, this is kind of feminine-ish looking. And I like a masculine type of male. Azerbaijan, okay. Yeah. Like he's not like it's hard to like to me, he's attractive, but he's not so handsome that like he's going to be totally into himself, like Salah, like checking himself out in the viewfinder all the time. Like he's just who he is. Like I feel like this is like a strong man who knows who he is. And I'm attracted to it. Yeah. See if you find any patterns in what I'm attracted to, because I'm trying to identify them. Bahamas. I mean, yeah, sorry, but who would not be? I mean, really, come on. Please, come over. He's got little ears, though. Look at those little ears. Bahrain. I was really surprised at Bahrain. Like, I don't see it. I don't know what, maybe it's the cheekbone thing. I don't know. I'm just, it's not attractive to me. Bangladesh, I'm sorry. He looks like a teenage boy. Barbados. Okay, Barbados. I think it's interesting that he has blue eyes like that. Is that a valued thing in Barbados? You know what I mean? I like his lips. I like his nose. I like the forehead. The eyes are kind of freaking me out because if I met this guy in real life, I'd be like, are you really human? Like for real? And his hair's a little bit dried out. I feel like he could use, it's like, we gotta do wash day, dude. Get your head in the sink. We gotta do this. We gotta get some moisture in there. And yeah. So like I like his facial structure a lot, actually. It's the eyes and the hair that's holding me back from giving the thumbs up. Sorry, Barbados. Belarus. I think he is attractive, but I'm not attracted to him. He looks like his skin is way too smooth. I feel like this guy's a good guy. He's probably a good father. That's what I see in that guy. Belgium. He looks, well, I've been watching a lot of Mount Everest videos lately, ever since I had to look into like what is base camp that Chantal wants to go to. So I had to look it up. I didn't know what it was. And ever since, you show like a little bit of interest in a topic to YouTube and they're like, oh, you like mountains, huh? And they're just going to send you every possible disaster that ever happened on a mountain anywhere in any time frame, even like the 1930s. And so I've been watching a lot of Mount Everest and K2 I learned about in Pakistan and all these different mountains. I saw a guy fall off of Mount Fiji. Oh my God. He was live streaming. Yeah, he's no longer with us. God rest his soul. So I feel like this guy looks like one of these mountaineer guys that I've been watching. And that's what I feel like. Like he's outside, he's doing his thing, He's got a very active mind. Yeah. Like for me, for this guy, I'm just trying to, I would have to know more of his personality to know if I was really attracted to him, I guess. Because you know how a personality can just like change how you see somebody entirely, Okay, Belize. Again, I think he's attractive, but I'm not attracted to him. I think the hair is cool. Like, I think it's probably softer than what it looks like. But, yeah. Benin just looks way too young. I just can't. Way too young. Beautiful lips, but far too young. Way too young. Bhutan. I like him. I like him. I do. He's got a good look. He's serious and he's strong. Yeah. Bolivia. Have you noticed so far, I think I'm just realizing this, that none of the men are smiling in these photos? Like they're all very serious and intense looking. Interesting, huh? Yeah. I feel like this would be one of my friend's boyfriends. That's what I see when I look at him. Like, yeah, like, oh yeah, yeah, it's your new boyfriend. Awesome. Yeah, he's a good looking guy. But like, for me, no. Mm-mm. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Beautiful eyes, obviously. Yeah, again, I feel like with this guy, it would be based on his personality, I think. It's like a playful look, though. So that's intriguing. Botswana. Botswana's an attractive man. I like the facial structure. Yeah. Brazil. Okay. Brazil. Now, I'm like, why does this guy look so feminine to me, right? Because I'm like, this looks like, is this guy, completely into women? Or, you know what I mean? And I think what I figured it out, it's the parted lips. Because this is a thing that photographers will have you do, like to relax your jaw when you're a woman so that you don't have the appearance of a strong jaw. So like you part your lips a little bit and I guess, it might look a little bit sexy. But to me, like I see this guy as like, it reminds me of like a woman, maybe that. And I think that's why. But I mean, I think he would be attractive if he closed his mouth. But I wouldn't be interested. Brunei, interesting. I feel like Brunei is attractive for sure. To me, though, he looks a little bit little, maybe. And little's not a bad thing. I just like a heftier kind of guy. That's all. It's just my personal preference. Again, this is not a reflection on anybody in real life. These are just, these are computer-generated images. So, yeah, I feel like he's attractive. I feel like I'd have to see the rest of him to really make a call. Show me the rest. Bulgaria. Interesting. Bulgaria is one of the more masculine so far that I think we've seen. He has the look of concern, the intense look, and isn't that interesting? Because even though his lips are parted a little bit, I don't perceive this guy as being feminine. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, he's attractive, definitely. I think he would be more attractive with a little bit of gray hair. Burkina Faso, I mean, obviously, pretty intense dude. So the intense look that he's giving, I like the look that he's giving. I think his lips are beautiful, the intense eyes. I would definitely want to see the rest of his body, not because I'm not sure what's going on. I think I have a good idea what's going on. That's kind of what I want to see the rest. So intense, but could be scary. Just the intense look. I'm like, are you upset at something? Do you want to come sit and chat? Like, you want some tea? What's going on? Is everything okay? Burundi. All right. Well, Burundi has a beautiful skin tone. You're going to see in the next few images that they gave these guys like a little bit of a cross-eyed look for some reason. So just from like how we, and this is totally subconscious, what you're attracted to, really, some of it comes down to like a biological, would my children, like, is this like the best contribution biologically if I were to have children? And we do judge people on that, whether you realize it or not. It's like that's part of what the attraction is involved in. So seeing someone that might have like a little bit of a cross-eyed, it's like, well, could that have been corrected? I mean, people can have that and have it corrected as a child. Maybe he just didn't have it corrected, or is this an indication of something more going on? I know, way too deep, right? Ears, very small ears. Cabo Verde. It's funny. It looks like a video game, sort of, like look at this guy in the back. He's like a zombie. He's got like a wide eye and everything. Yeah, he just looks too young for me. He just looks too young. I can't even really say if I think he would be attractive or not because he just looks so young. Cambodia. Yep. 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 He can come over anytime he would like. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know how to tell you what I like. I just like the whole package. What do you guys think so far? Oh, Cameroon, you are putting out a signal, okay? And I might be picking it up. I don't know. Yeah, Cameroon is definitely a handsome guy, for sure. Canada. Oh, Canada. He looks like a hockey player, right? Or a lumberjack. The hair is too good to be a lumberjack. Probably a hockey player, because those are the only two professions in Canada for men, right? Yeah. Yeah. I know that a lot of women would find him attractive. I'm not attracted to him. Deep set eyes, though. Central African Republic, too young, way too young. He looks like he's 18 years old. I can't even consider it. Chad, he's not much older, 22-ish, so I can't even really put myself there. You know what I mean? Chile. Okay, Chile looks like a soap opera star to me. Nice hair. It looks effortless, but he probably does put some time into it. He also has deep set eyes. And his lips are also parted, but he doesn't look feminine at all. No, it's a good looking guy, for sure. China. Yeah. I mean, if you can't tell, I find men from every background, ethnicity, race. I'm attracted to men, period. So yeah. So, and I know not everyone does. And I would like those, please keep it positive down in the comments. So he does look like he has like a very defined cheekbone here, which I said I didn't like before, but I'm wondering if that's like an AI thing because this one isn't as defined. But yeah, I think he's very attractive. Mm-hmm. Colombia. No, not feeling it. No. Comoros. Um, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not sure exactly why. Like the eyes aren't that intense to me. They look a little bit sad actually. Um, he looks like he has a lot weighing on his mind. Yeah. And I feel like some issues. And to me, unresolved issues are not attractive. So sorry, Comoros. You're gonna have to go to a therapist first, maybe. All right, Costa Rica. Yeah, he's attractive. He looks like he does, he could be an actor of some sort, probably. Um, Now I'm trying to think of like if each of these men approached me, okay? Again, remember, computer generated images. These aren't actual men. Um, if I had my choice from all of these, I should be keeping a list, huh? But if he approached me, I wouldn't be interested. But I know that most women would probably find him attractive. Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. What's to me? What's not to like? What's not to like? And Cote d'Ivoire, I believe, means Ivory Coast. So if you're looking for some ivory, might got what you need right over here. Croatia. Oh, okay. Again, the intense look. Interesting, huh? Yeah, I think he's attractive. I feel like he's like especially masculine and he knows he knows what he's doing. He knows how to handle things. He makes you feel like a woman. You feel feminine around this guy. And that always makes women feel good, to feel feminine that this guy has it handled. That's how I feel about this guy. He's got it. You just sit there, you look pretty. Hey, you have your contributions too as a woman, but like he's got control of the situation and not in like a jerk way. You know what I mean? Cuba. Uh, I think that, I can see how people would think he's attractive. I'm not attracted to him. I think like his face is very narrow. And in proportion, his ears are much larger. But again, we would need to know. We'd need to have a conversation with him. Maybe he's like super funny and stuff. Cyprus. I feel like Cyprus is conventionally going to be attractive to most women across the face of the earth. Like I find him attractive. I don't feel a pull towards him though. Like, I don't, but he's like the guy you work with that like is attractive, but you know, like enough about him to know that you would never want to ever date him. It's kind of like that. Like, yeah, that's a very attractive man. Am I into it? No. Those guys? Czech Republic. Whoa. Interesting. Huh. Now we get a different look, finally. Maybe it's the pose. The pose to me is looking a little bit like, oh my gosh, you just caught me in the bathroom naked. Like, and that's not attractive to me. I think it's the pose, like, and then like he lets the towel slip, like, oh my God, I didn't know you were there. Yeah. Like, don't be coy. Be the, yeah. Yeah, I'm not attracted to him. Sorry, Czech Republic. I'm sure these countries all have attractive and unattractive men throughout. Democratic Republic of the Congo. Very serious expression here. He looks Well, I know too much about the Congo. I think that's influencing my thoughts. Um, I think he's got nice facial features. I like how his eyebrows like are arched a little bit, but not arched like a feminine arch. Um, yeah, I think I'd have to talk to him and find out why he's looking at us so intensely, you know? I don't know. Denmark. Oh. Hmm. I mean, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. I don't know. Just not, I don't know. Eyes are very deep set, that light blue. I don't know. I don't know. It's just not for me. Djibouti. Djibouti, lovely skin. He's cute, but I think he's too young. He's just too young. I can't judge someone that's so far out of my age range, you know? Dominica, yeah. 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 To me though, this little bit of like sideburn here that's like especially thin, like he leaves it there, but then I do like goatees though. I do like goatees a lot. This makes me think he might be a little too high maintenance and like he knows he's attractive, which is okay to know that you're attractive, but like, you know, he acts as though he knows. Dominican Republic. Yeah. I have known men from Dominican Republic that I was attracted to. This guy, not so much. Not so much. East Timor. Why does this look like a prison? Why'd they put you in a prison, dude? Is that what the women in East Timor like? Mm-hmm. He looks young. He looks young, but he's been through a lot. I mean, he's got like, you know, his shirt on one shoulder and off on the other. He looks like he's in the middle of a street fight here, you know? So, yeah. I think if he was like more relaxed and brushed his hair, he could be more attractive. Ecuador. Well, Ecuador certainly is intense, isn't he? Yeah. Um, this is probably like the ideal for most, like the jaw, the chin, you know, women really like this chiseled look generally. Deep set eyes is a common theme here. A little bit of a crooked nose. So it makes me think that, you know, he's been punched once or twice and, you know, and I wonder why, you know, those, you know, I look into those things. I would ask him about his nose. I wouldn't ask him because I wouldn't want him to feel self-conscious. But, you know, if he told me about a fight he was in, I'd be like, is that, you know, did your nose get broken? You know, like, tell me more about the fight. I want to know the details about it. No way. I'm sorry. I don't know anyone in Egypt that looks even remotely like this. Not even remotely. And have you noticed this is the only one so far that is smiling? Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know anyone who looks even remotely like this at all. At all. Huh. Interesting. Big smile. Okay. Long hair. Yeah, I'm not attracted to him. El Salvador. El Salvador. It looks like he's in jail. He looks very vulnerable. What's going on? Is everything okay? He looks scared and vulnerable. I feel like it would be wrong to judge his appearance because he's very vulnerable right now. So we're just going to skip El Salvador for now. Equatorial Guinea. No, I'm not attracted to him. He looks like he might need a little bit of moisturizer on his lips. And I'm not feeling it. Sorry. Eritrea. Oh. I like. Would I go on a date? Yes. If I were dating, you know, if I were allowed to date, you know, as a Muslim, we don't date, but I'd go on a date. for sure. Um, hmm. But I would kind of, I don't know. It could work out. No, this is all, again, hypothetical, like, you know, I can go places in my mind and not have them be reality, right? Right. So I feel like we could go on a couple of dates probably. I would really be listening close to what he tells me because I might be a little bit too taken by his appearance. So I'd want to really like watch for the red flags because I might like ignore them. Oh my gosh, Estonia. Okay, looks like the Czech Republic guy. All right, Estonia. Yeah, I feel like his personality would matter to me. Like it could go either way. I feel like he could be very attractive if he's making me laugh and if he makes me feel pretty and like then yeah. If he's a jerk, then like no, I don't think he's attractive at all. This guy would be personality dependent for me. Mhm. Eswatini, yeah, he's attractive. Definitely. I don't even know what it is exactly that I am into, but I am. Um, well, probably like the deep brown eyes, right? And look how they stretch out the irises, though. It's kind of, like humans aren't like that. But I like, yeah, something about like the shape of his eyes and the eyebrows that I like a lot. Um, yeah, I think he's like, yeah, like we should talk, dude. Like, if you're ever, if you're out there, if you exist, which I know you don't, but if you're watching this and you look exactly like this guy, you should hit me up. You should just say hi. There's nothing wrong with saying hi. Nothing wrong with it. Just introduce yourself. It's fine. Ethiopia, very intense looking. And look at like this. Now we've seen a lot of like the chiseled jaw, but this is kind of like a heart-shaped face. Like the jaw is understated, a wider forehead. I like his eyes very much. He looks like a very thoughtful individual, like he's thinking a lot and everything. Yeah, I think he's attractive. I'm not sure if I would be attracted to him, really, necessarily. Oh my God, Fiji. Fiji, do you like your men with a greenish tinge to them? Because that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a little bit of Incredible Hulk. No offense. Computer generated image. But yeah, I see a lot of green in here somehow. Um, yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not. No, no, sorry. Finland. Okay. Okay. Finland. Finland is obviously wrestling polar bears. He's living the glacier lifestyle in full. Yeah. He's got axes for cutting down these trees behind him. That's how he gets firewood. He builds a fire every night. He's like he's probably has his wife like pregnant most of the time. Like he's a super provider and reproducer. Yeah. Yeah, clearly extremely attractive to me. Normally I don't like blonde hair or light colored hair on men, but it works for him. It works. Yep. France. Oh, France, aren't we delicate? Now look at how like the image, the way that it's centered on the screen. So for some of these others, like if we go back to Finland, now look at Finland again, right? We, in orientation to the image, we are shorter than him and we're kind of looking up at him, right? Like we're almost like at his chin. Now this guy, they have him centered so that we're a little bit taller than him. Like we're more at his like forehead height. So do women in France like shorter men? And yeah, yeah, I'm not finding him attractive. It looks a little petite to me. And again, nothing wrong with petite men. Just saying. I'm just giving you my first impressions. Gabon. Yeah, he looks like the kid that like maybe he runs like errands for you, and like he's just super nice to everybody in the neighborhood, and he's always willing to help out and everything, and like he's just such a good kid, and like you can't wait to see like what he turns into and the kind of girl that he's going to marry. Like that's what I see with this guy. Like not a potential, just very young. The Gambia. I feel slightly intimidated, which is not a bad thing. Um, I like the chin hair. I like how his facial structure, like his mouth, the way like it kind of comes. I don't know. It's like kind of, and I love the look he's giving me. Like he's like, I feel like he knows my name. I feel like he's saying my name, and he knows exactly who I am. And he's like, finally, we meet. I'm like, yes, nice to meet you. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I've been waiting for you. I'm like, oh, I've been waiting for you too, but I didn't even know it until this very moment. And he's like, I knew. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 Georgia. Okay. Georgia looks kind of like a guy in the Amadeus film. I think he's attractive. I think that he would go for a very different woman than me. I feel like he really wouldn't be attracted to me. Isn't that interesting? I haven't said that yet, right? And I feel like he's attractive, but like I feel like he wouldn't even give me a second glance. Like he's into a totally different type of woman. Like totally different. Germany. Well, okay then. This is the ideal for Germany, huh? Okay, not much has changed, huh? All right. So, unlike Finland, right, who has even blonder hair than this guy to me, he does look young, but also I feel like he is attractive, but I'm not attracted to him. I don't really know what else to say. It's hard to pinpoint sometimes, you know? Sometimes it's just like a gut reaction, you know? Ghana. Ghana is too stressed out to be dealing with being judged, with like he doesn't care if you find him attractive or not. Like he's just like going through it. And like you couldn't even imagine what's going on with this guy. And even if he tried to begin to tell you, which he wouldn't, you'd be so overwhelmed. You'd be like, oh my God, I'm sorry I even asked. Yeah, sorry, Ghana. You're way too stressed. You're not thinking about any of this right now. Greece. Greece is attractive. He looks Greek to me, definitely. Yeah. Again, I know that he's attractive, but I am moderately attracted to him, but nothing visceral. Grenada. Grenada's a good looking guy. I like his facial structure very much. And again, with the deep set eyes, I feel like he would be doing like a workout tape, like a workout VHS tape, like from the 90s. You'd pop in and you like it zooms out, like it zooms in on his face, and he's like, are you ready for the burn? And then it zooms out and you see like this green thing around his neck, like it's actually like a full body leotard, and you can see a little something, down, and he's wearing like high top sneakers with like, we're not going to go as far as leg warmers, but it's a possibility. And he's just like, work it out, girl. And it's like, okay, oh my God, I'm trying. That's what I see with this guy. Guatemala. Oh, sometimes like, yeah, I feel like I'm having a lot of, like I'm making associations. Are you finding the same thing for yourself? Like, you know, I once knew a man from Guatemala, and like when I look at this guy, it makes me think of him, which is a positive experience. So I feel like maybe this would be also perhaps. Yeah, probably. Do I have that visceral like pull to him? No, but like would I give him a chance? Absolutely, yes. Mm-hmm. Guinea. Oh, Guinea's depressed as hell. Ugh, dude. I don't know what happened. It looks really bad though. It looks really, really depressing. And again, he just has too much on his mind to be dealing with women judging him right now. But I love the jawline here and this here. But yeah, he's just got too much going on. Guinea-Bissau? Oh my gosh. I need to brush up on geography a little bit. He looks very, very young, extreme, like 16, 17 years old to me. And I can't consider that. I can't. But he's got a nice, like, hairline. Guyana. Well, I feel like Guyana knows he's sexy. Guyana, it probably uses his looks to his advantage. You know, no offense, but like, you know, I feel like the way he's like looking at us intensely, he's just like he's trying to convey a message here. But I feel like knowing that about him, it automatically makes me put up a block. Like, you're not getting through, buddy. Sorry, I know what you're trying to do. I see you and I know what you're doing. And I'm not going to be susceptible to it. Haiti. Okay. It's very, the iris thing is very distracting because nobody looks like this. But in general, I think he's an attractive man. I am not attracted to him. However, you know how they give all these guys like really dry hair, really dry. Honduras. Honduras just got out of the octagon. Honduras, like he looks good for just getting out of the octagon, you know? Like he probably put someone like in a leg lock or something and they just tapped out immediately. So I don't like the mustache. For me, if you're gonna have a mustache, just do a goatee. It's just a mustache by itself. Yeah. Trying to picture him with a goatee. With a goatee, I think he would like easily go up a few points at least. But also like the looking away, I'm not sure about. Like, are you so focused on something else? Or are you trying to avoid something? Hungary. I feel like he's a cute guy. He's cute. He's cute. I'd need to know more about his personality, I think. Look at Iceland. Oh my God. Oh, too funny. He actually looks like this guy that's part of like this family vlog on YouTube. And he is a surfer, actually. Yeah, he looks kind of like him. So, you know, very intense. He looks like, you know, he's probably done a few films here and there, you know, tried to. He's got the mountain behind him. I see him more on a beach rather than a mountain. Yeah. Yeah. You know, he's attractive. Not really feeling anything. India. Interesting. India. Oh, very interesting. I'm noticing the guys like with straight and wavy hair, they're giving a lot of moisture. There's a lot of shine. But the guys with the curly hair, it's very dull looking, but it looks like he's got this like, it's all smooth, like he had it all relaxed, but then like he's got like curly hair down here that he just did nothing with, I guess. Okay. Yeah, very feminine jawline to me. I feel like this, like he could be a crossdresser if he wanted to be. He could probably pass as woman if he shaved the mustache and plucked his eyebrows a little bit. I think he could pass. Yeah. Indonesia. Indonesia has competed in bodybuilding competitions and has won. And the ones that he didn't win, he took very, very, very hard. And he got back in the gym like you thought he was intense before. It got even more intense, and people were concerned. Like, dude, life is about more than just bodybuilding. And he's like, no, it's my life. It is my life. It's like, okay, you know, he's very focused. Very focused. You can admire from afar, I feel like. Iran. Oh. I feel like with Iran, I think he is attractive. I think that I would definitely need to know more about his personality. I feel like he's like the strong, silent type, which isn't always, usually actually isn't good. It's fine to be stoic, but like when people don't express themselves, you'll never know what's going on with that. And I feel like that's kind of like what's going on here. Like there's probably so much going on in his mind that he never talks about. Iraq. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm just checking my text messages, actually. Speaking of Iraq. Okay. I won't allow that to influence my opinion of this AI generated image. He's attractive. Yes. Yes, he is. I feel like if he didn't have the little tendrils coming down here, he would be more attractive. If this was like cleaned up a little bit and he had like a shorter hairstyle, he would be more attractive. Yeah, I think, yeah, he's an attractive man for sure. Ireland. Ireland is attractive. I feel like I know 1,000 Irelands. I do. So, yes, he's attractive. Yes, there's probably way more to him than what meets the eye. And yeah, I would talk to him. I would see what's up. Mm-hmm. Israel. This was also in the comments on this video as well. I'm just going to address it very briefly because, this is supposed to be a fun thing. Israel is on this list, but Palestine is not. So I feel like I'm just going to skip this one. It doesn't make sense to me. Italy. Yeah, Italy is probably fun. He looks like he has like a little glimmer in his eye. Like he would be fun. Probably more like a guy you would date for like 6 months, and then that would kind of be it, Yeah. But probably a pretty good time. Probably a gentleman. Jamaica. I feel like if he grew his hair out a little bit more, or like grow it out more, or cut it short, like one or the other. This in-between style, I'm not feeling. But yeah. He's got a very proportional, nice face. I'm not attracted to him, though. I'm not feeling it. Jamaica. No. Oh my gosh, Japan. Japan looks like a literal AI character. Japan looks like he came out of a video game. And they also made him a little bit cross-eyed. So yeah, he looks like a cartoon, so I can't even rate him. I can't. I mean, this looks like a person, Jordan. So yes, extremely, very attractive. Yeah. Conventionally attractive. If he came to talk to me, I would be very nervous. I'd probably stumble over my words a little bit. And I feel like he would just like ask for my phone number, and like he wouldn't even really press any issue, But then like he would call me like that night. Like he wouldn't want to hang around and like chit chat. Like he just wants to like introduce himself, ask me, if he can speak with my father, and I would have to let him know, like, no, you can't. And he would be like, oh, okay. Well, I am interested in getting to know you for the purpose of marriage. And would it be okay if I called you? And I'd be like, oh my gosh, yes, of course, of course. And I would write it down, and I would give him my phone number. I wouldn't like tell it to him. I feel like this would be, I pictured myself writing it down, not giving him my number, and like for him to enter it into his phone. Like I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I give it to him, and he's like, he just gives me this look, and he's like, all right, we'll be speaking. And I'm like, okay, like, oh my gosh, like feeling butterflies. And then he calls me like that night. Like he doesn't care about this, like, wait 2 days BS, that like these modern guys are trying to pull, like as if they don't care, but they do. And it's just a game. And like, I'm so over it. So, but this guy's just like, no, I'm serious. I'll, if you're free tonight, I'd like to talk to you a little bit. And then when he calls me, he's very polite. He's just like, is this a good time? Are you settled with your day? How was your day today? Like really, like thoughtful questions. And like I ask him about his day. Then he tells me about some things that he did, but he also gives me like a personal anecdote about like some interaction he had with a person. And that's kind of tells me about his character. And I'm like, oh, okay, And so, but he doesn't ask to see me on this phone call. He asks if it would be okay if he calls me again the next night. And I say, sure, yeah, why not? Maybe we talk for like an hour. Like we get we get each other's backgrounds, like, oh, where are you from? Like, oh, do you mind if I ask how old you are? And like, what do you do for a profession? And like, we get all that out. And he's like, yeah, could I give you a call tomorrow night? And I'm like, sure. And he does. He calls, and like around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier. And he's like, I don't want to like, I don't want to call too late. Like I don't want to interfere with, like your sleep or anything. So just let me know. And I'm like, no, this is the perfect time. Like, really, it's fine. And we talk some more, and he tells me more about like his background, like with prior relationships. And then I tell him a little bit, not much, about my prior relationships, because you don't want to go all the way there, first getting to know somebody. And there's no need to at all, but enough background so that you kind of know like where each other is at currently in your life, like how long have you been single, we married, all that stuff, right? So yeah, so he says that one of his family members is having a birthday party this weekend, and he would really love it if I came. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like he doesn't want to take me out one-on-one. Like that's not appropriate. And he's like, I would love it. Like there's going to be a lot of people there, I don't know if it's too much if it's like too much that I'm asking, or that like I don't want you to get freaked out. And I'm like, no, I would love to. Like I love, yeah, I would be great. Yeah. What should I bring? And he's just like, you don't have to bring anything. You're a guest. You're my guest. You're my guest. You don't need to bring anything. But of course I do, because in the culture, and like, let's say like it's his grandmother. So I get a beautiful bouquet of flowers. And he comes to pick me up, and he's like, oh, I told you didn't have to bring anything. And I'm like, but wouldn't your Grammy like this? And he's like, actually, she really would. And we go to the party, and I get introduced all around and everything. And like, he doesn't like smother me. He lets me walk around and stuff. And I give the flowers to his grandmother, and she's like, oh my gosh, and who are you, sweetie? And I'd be like, oh, I just met your grandson the other day, like I hope I'm not like imposing by being here. And she's like, not at all. If my grandson had you, wanted you to come, then yes, of course you're welcome here anytime. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. And she's like, why don't you help yourself to some basbousa? It's over there on the table. And I'm like, oh my God, basbousa is my favorite dessert. She's like, really? Have you, do you have any experience in like the Middle East? And I'm like, a little bit, but basbousa is my favorite. Like, I'm so, and she's like, we also have kanafa. And I'm like, I'm really more of a basbousa girl. And she's like, she gives like the hand, like she flicks her hand down at the wrist, and she's like, oh, me too. And then we date for like 2 years. We date for like 2 years, and I meet everybody, and he meets everybody, and yeah, it could work out. It could work out. What's his name? Wait, what's his name? Oh, what's his name? It's either Safe. He could be a Muhammad. He could be Muhammad. No, he's more like a Safe. Yeah, Safe. All right, Kazakhstan. Oh, Kazakhstan looks like he could be like in the Secret Service or something. He's got a very sharp look to him. I think he's attractive. I'm not attracted to him. Maybe it's the brown jacket. Kenya. Kenya needs to tighten his tie a little bit. Kenya looks like an extremely respectful, genuine gentleman. And he looks like he's very tall to me. And I would, I would love to meet him. Like, I feel like I would work with this guy, and like I would want to know who he is and like what's kind of his story. But I feel like he's like, I feel like he was married, but like his wife died and he's a widower and he's just carrying around a lot of sadness. That's what I see with Kenya. I mean, they give these guys like very intense or depressed looks, Kiribati. Oh, okay. Kiribati. He's got beautiful eyes. I feel like I don't know enough about his culture to even step. I can't even step because I don't know enough. I don't know enough about him. There's people. Kosovo. Kosovo is attractive. Yeah, he's attractive. Yeah, if he asked me out, I would go. Theoretically, hypothetically, if I were dating, yeah, I would go. I'd say yes. I'd go out with him once and see what happened. Kuwait. Kuwait. We got to Kuwait finally. Kuwait. Okay, let's see. Kuwait. Kuwait has meticulous facial hair. So he's almost got like a chin strap going on, except this part here needs to be touched up a little. His line needs to get touched up. But generally, I feel like this is very deliberately at this length, like just so. Kind of a chin strap. The mustache is nicely groomed. I always like a nicely groomed like facial hair, but not to this extent where it's like, beautiful eyes. I love the nose. Yeah, this is an attractive man. Yeah. What do you think? Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan looks confused. He's like, I don't even know how I ended up on this list of most handsome man in Kyrgyzstan. I don't think that I am. There's other men that are more attractive than me, and I don't know why people are even watching this video, let alone reacting to it. And just take me out of this video entirely. Oh, go. Sorry, Kyrgyzstan. Didn't mean to offend you. Laos. Laos is young, but when he grows up, he's gonna be handsome. He needs about 20 years, and then I'll take a look again. I'll circle back around after he's got 20 years. Latvia. Latvia looks like Iceland or Finland. Finland. It looks like Finland. He looks just like Finland. Latvia is attractive. The lips are very thin. I do prefer a fuller lip. everything else aside, we're not looking at character, personality. We're not looking at how he treats people. We're just looking at physical characteristics, very shallow. And I prefer a thicker lip, a little more fuller lip. But, he's attractive. Lebanon is stereotypical to me. Definitely stereotypical Lebanese man. I have dated a Lebanese man long time ago, very long time ago. Lebanese people in general tend to be attractive, period. He's attractive. Yeah, he's attractive. He is. I feel like if he wanted to get to know me, I would be a little bit cautious, because I feel like this type of hair is kind of like, to me, indicates like a little bit of a playboy lifestyle. And yeah, I would go out with him one time just to investigate and report back, obviously. Lesotho. Sotho's cute. He's cute. I like the hat. Looks like a sharp-dressed man here. He's cute, a little bit young, a little bit. I'd like to see another 10 years on him, and then I can come back and re-rate. Liberia. Huh. I would prefer to see Liberia's face straight on. Because I feel like his eyes might be a little too wide set for my liking, and his ears are tiny, tiny, tiny little ears, tiny. Liberia. Yeah, I'd want to know more about his personality. Oh my gosh, Libya. Jeez Louise, Libya. Yeah. I used to see quite a few Libyans when I lived in Egypt, because of where I lived in Egypt. They would travel through on a fairly regular basis. I used to see them at the gas station. So, attractive, yes. Way too much going on. I feel like he's got 3 ex-wives, a bunch of kids, and the weight of the world is on his shoulders. So I feel like if he were able to, resolve all of those issues, which sounds impossible, then he could lighten up a little bit, and then we could see him as more attractive, or I could see him as more attractive. Liechtenstein. I'm not sure. Okay. Attractive, yes. Yeah, attractive. I would date him. I would. Yeah. Yep. Something about him. Lithuania. Well, Lithuania. This is another exercise guy. He's just like, the other guy that was just like, are you ready to feel the burn? This guy is more like in the background. Like, he's one of the 2 backup dancers, kind of. And he's like, he's got like, he's smiling. He's like doing the marching in place. Like, yeah, let's get warmed up, everybody. Like, he's way more laid back than the other guy. He's conventionally attractive, probably like a rectangular face, the strong jawline. Am I attracted to him? No, I'm not. Nope. We're definitely going to have to make this 2 parts, because we're only on L. So we'll do Luxembourg. We'll do one more after this, and then we'll cut it off here, and we'll come back for part 2. So Luxembourg. I'd like to see more of his face. We're really just seeing a profile. He definitely looks attractive. Yeah, he is. He is. I feel like he could be like a real gentleman too. Just my hunch. Madagascar. Well, aren't you interesting looking with those green eyes? Okay. I'm not attracted to him. He looks very young. I think it's like the green eyes kind of freak me out a little bit. I I feel like he's like a lot of like younger ladies would like really, really be into him. He's just not for me. Okay, one more. Malawi. Okay. So Malawi, his hair looks better than pretty much everybody else's, you know. He's wearing suspenders or a vest? Probably a vest. Yeah, a vest. He looks a little bit like, what? You're not serious. Are you serious? He's like, oh, are you serious? And I'm like, oh, we're serious. And he's like, are you really serious? Yeah, we're serious over here. Okay. But it's really not that serious. Okay. Okay. Are you an attractive man? Yeah. Would I want to date you? I'd probably pass. All right. Everybody, we're going to stop here. We will come back on part 2 to finish the rest of the list of countries. Please comment below and let me know which was your favorite. Please keep things positive. This is a positive channel. We like to be as positive as we can. Although we do provide criticism here, we also try to provide positive feedback and commentary as well. So I definitely want to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed today's video, just hit the thumbs up. Helps me out a little bit. If you want to see more, of course, subscribe, but why not? It's free and I require absolutely nothing from you. Hey, come to the live streams. When I premiere something, it'd be great to see you in the chat. You know, really, no pressure. All right, everyone, have a great day. I will talk to you soon.